All right. Let's see if everybody can hear me now. Let me do a test run on myself. All right. Bam. All right. Let me see. Let me see which one is which. It won't come up, so I can't tell if if y'all can hear me or not. Well, I just have to go on the fact that you can. You know what? I'll do it another way. I just have to make sure everybody can hear me. So, hold on a second. Okay. Well, I'm here. That's not me. That's the other one. I didn't post it on here. Yeah, I gotta keep checking myself to make sure I can hear myself. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. Since you don't want to come up right there. All right, skip that. One of these days, I'm gonna get this thing down. Come on now. Get this thing down. All right. Finally. Come on now. You're behind me. Get this thing down. All right. Finally. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm behind. You're behind me. Get this thing down. All right. Wait. That's choppy. Can you hear me? You're behind me. It's still. Wait. Do I sound choppy? Can you hear me? I sound choppy to me when I'm listening to it. It's still. Do I sound choppy? I sound choppy to me when I'm listening to it. Still. Do I sound choppy? I sound choppy to me when I'm listening to it. I don't have anything open, so I don't know why it sounds so choppy. I don't have anything open, so I don't know why it sounds so choppy. Yeah, it does sound. Hold on. It's not coming across clear. Tell me if I sound clear out there. I'm trying to listen to this on my phone at the same time I'm trying to talk because I don't know if I sound clear or not. It's not coming across clear. Okay, that's all. I don't know. I just got to make sure I can hear everything sounds right before I continue. It don't make no sense to continue. I can't hear myself, and I literally cannot hear myself. I'm listening to myself on the phone. Continue. It don't make no sense to continue. I can't hear myself, and I literally cannot hear myself. Okay, say something else. Listen to myself on the phone. Continue. It don't make no sense to continue. I can't hear myself, and I literally cannot hear myself. Okay. Say something else. Listen to myself on the phone. Just continue. I can't hear myself. I literally cannot hear myself. Nah, I can't give up this easy. Okay, I'm still live, so that's good. Hopefully, everybody could hear me. I just had some problems. Wow. I really had some problems. I've been trying to get this fixed for the last half an hour. That's amazing. Half an hour go away that fast. But the thumb line, like the thumb line reads, the price of complaining is to bring solution to the table. Long and short of it, as quickly as you can complain, then as quickly as you can come up with a daggone solution. What's the point of complaining if you have nothing to back it up? What's your thoughts? Now you say, well, how do you equate that? How do you turn that around on children? How do you make that work with children who are of a certain age? Even if they're 9 and 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, they have comprehension. They understand you, you know? They always gonna want something. Like as simple as a child as two, girl or boy, you got so used to picking them up that if you don't pick them up, they'll cry. Stare at them. Put them down and stare at them and let them cry. That's one solution. You say what they how they gonna understand that? Eventually, they gonna stop crying. They gonna stop crying. All of this lifting their hand up to you and all that. They gonna stop doing that. Yeah, damn sure. Why am I holding this? Okay, so that's the price. When they get older and they always want something. This is even before they get to the teens. When they're like 12 or so forth, and they want something instead of instead of just saying I'm going to give it to you. Let them know, hey, what are what are you going to do to get it? Don't just like to work like that. They don't, they don't want to instill that early. Say, hey, what are you going to do to get it? I'll help you. Well, I don't know. I don't know. What can I do? Look around the house. You tell me. I'll clean up my room. You're supposed to do that. Or better yet, if they're that young, give them some choices. Say, look, you want me to take you to the movies and so forth and so on, which you probably would have done anyway. But it's just a lesson. It's just a lesson. You want me to take you to the movies? Okay, fine. And you want to get something to eat and some ice cream? Okay, fine. See them dishes? Rinse them off, soak them up a little bit, put them in the dishwasher. Don't put too much soap on them because they don't overflow, and this dishwasher will run over. After that, start the dish. Give them basic. Start the dishwasher. Then after that, come downstairs. We have some clothes to wash. We're never gonna get to the movies. Well, if you never do your work, you're right. You're never gonna get there. See, solution is you want something, you got to work for it. Here goes another solution when they get older. Dad, can you buy this for me? Yeah, if you come up with half the money. Mm-hmm. Mark Nash. So if you come up with half the money, that's your solution to your complaining. I'll never forget my oldest one wanted a prom dress. How many times? I've told this 100 times. And I wasn't gonna buy it. She said, I'll come up with half the money. I said, all right, but we'll pick it out. And I didn't like the dress she picked out, so I didn't pay for it. Her mother paid for it though, which washed away everything I said. But anyway, I don't complain. At least I'm learning not to. When you're a young parent, you do complain, and then your kids complain back at you. But I come up with solutions now. Even with the grandbabies, I come up with solutions. You know, you want me to take you here and take you there? Sure. Let's work something out. Like I'm not carrying you. I'm too damn old to be carrying some grandkids, right? I'll walk with you and don't run off from me. Not that they do that, but that's the solution. That's how I get them to chill out. Because I'm not walking around the mall with my grandkids on no damn leash. I can't stand that. You know, I see people do that, and I can't stand it. Right? But the more I wake up and I listen to, like I said, in the morning, I pray and I listen to a bunch of positive affirmations. Sometimes I read them, sometimes I listen to them, and that's what I get all these ideas from there. Are they always good? Not all the time. But then again, I can't think of a person who's perfect. This is my 51st Daddies Lounge show. Even though I started the blog back in 2015 and it was featured on the Dale Hughley show. Yeah, I got on there, I marketed it, and he put it on. He went and read a bunch of stuff I wrote, and I said, yeah, I did all the writing. So yeah, but I'm gonna continue to do it, man. I just eventually I'm gonna have all my sons on here at one time. I have their sister on here, all four of them. I have all four of their children on here at one time instead of always separately because they always work in different schedules. And then they could just ask away. I had some folks on here the other day. We had a great conversation, and I'm working on getting some other folks on. It seems like people want to hear a conversation about fatherhood, but they personally don't want to talk about it. What are you running away from? I can tell you my story and easy. I can tell you that I can tell you it. You know, my father, my biological father, was a good man. He was a provider and a protector. You know, as far as giving emotionally, that wasn't his position. That was not what he did. He protected and he provided. The man who raised me now, my other father, he was the emotional one. I call him the roots man because he married my mother and he laid down roots and he's been with me since I was two. And see how life goes in a circle. I raised my daughter since she was two. I was raised by my other father since I was two. See that? Yeah. That's life coming back around to you. That's what they say. Be careful. Careful about that whole spitting in the wind thing and kicking people in the ass thing because it's going to follow you all the days of your life. I'm going to kill that damn fly, by the way. This is, when you're in the South, they just don't have any manners. They fly to your front door. They fly right in. But I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them. And honestly, I had to do some deep thinking before I even thought about doing a show about fathers because I know it would be an uphill battle. I could easily turn this, like Saturdays, I do a boxing show at 2 o'clock. I got to get more stable with that. I'm really off and on with that. But if I was to turn this into a boxing show, it'll be more, people will be more quick to jump on based on my history. But everybody's, there's nothing to discuss in boxing. This is where my soul is right now. As fatherhood. Because my kids are young adults. I have one grown ass woman, she's 35, and three young men, 24, 23, and 20. Uh, what else? How old are the other ones, the grandchildren? Let's see, the youngest is 4, the one that's 13 years old, and one that's 5 years old. So yeah, and the one that's 13 years old, I think he's 6'1", so he's taller than me. No, no, no. His mother's 6'1". He's 6 foot or 5'11" and a half, somewhere around there. So yeah, everybody up here is tall. I'm I'm 5'11" and a half myself. I give myself the extra inch, six. So I just tell people I'm 6 foot. But the long and short of it, whenever the good Lord calls me home, I want my children, grandchildren, and so on and so forth, to be able to say, okay, so this is why he was doing this. He wanted to leave something behind, so at least we'll have an understanding of, what he was about, who he was. That's what fatherhood is to me, is legacy. You say, well, what are you going to leave for your children? Well, I got the house already. You know what comes next? Wealth. A lot of people think it's just money. I think of it in different ways: land, fluid money, and authority or power. Because when you have money and you have land, you meet people who are in power and they want to work with you. Power. Leverage is a better word. So that's what I'm going to leave behind. I'm going to leave that behind. I'm going to leave land. I'm going to leave wealth, money, fluid money, and I'm going to leave my good name, for the family's good name, so they could walk into certain places and they'll be accommodated, or they could do business with people and they won't dig too deep into who they are. They'll just do a surface check, not a deep tissue to check, and they say, okay, your family has a history of being good people. Let's go do business. Because at this moment, I'm kind of like a man in the kit when I was doing the cooking videos. I was cooking and posting them, but I wasn't doing any lives with that. So I was all by myself, just like now. But the fun part about this is that this is the growth part of this. I remember brother what's his name? The hip hop motivational speaker. He said when he first started his thing here, he said, "Man, I was there every day, giving all I got, no matter if I was getting paid a dollar or a nickel or whatever they were paying me. I gave 100% of me, even if it was 10 people in the room, 5 people in the room. I gave 100% of me, which filtered into all of them." He said, even when I was doing my podcast, and it was 0 people or 100,000 people. It was 0 people or a couple of thousand people. He gave his all, and that's what I'm doing. This is the building blocks of greatness. And when they look back on this, not just my children, but somebody's and many somebodies, they'll look back and say, okay, I understand what his brother was doing and why he was doing it, right? Because very rarely do you just lay bricks and they build themselves. Now you got to lay them bricks as high as you can get them every day until you get. Well, first you have to find the foundation. First you have to find the land, then you have to find the foundation, right? Some solid foundation. Me personally, I want to be at least 100 miles away from any body of water. I do not want to be close to water. 100 miles away is good. So $100, $100, 100 miles away from any body of water, right? This way, if it storms, it won't wash me away. And just like, my kids say, well, Daddy, we want to come down there. Well, come on down. We'll get your own place. Your daddy's in his 50s, y'all in your 20s, y'all got a whole lot of living to do. Not that I don't have a whole lot of living to do. I do. I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. But tell them to get their own place or save enough or keep their credit clean and come in with enough to get a house. That's responsibility. They shouldn't want to live with their dad, and they don't want to live with me. Not that they don't love me or anything, but they don't. That's another solution. That's just another solution to another problem. You come down, but you're gonna want your own, don't you? You're gonna want to entertain your women and all that stuff. You gotta do it in my house. Hmm? I come home and house smell like Febreze and Badussi. Burning Man. Badussi. I ain't having that up in here. So I gotta get your old place. Your sister got an old spot. She had an old spot since she was 20 something. Y'all turn now, baby. And you definitely need your old spot. You got your daughter, you know, a beautiful little grandchild of mine. I'm gonna get her on the show one day. Let her talk y'all. She loved to talk. I wonder where she got that from. Hmm. Man, I'm looking a little rough today, but tomorrow I'm shaped. Look at all that. See all that? That's not salt, baby. That's gray. I'm aging well. I'm going to shave all this off. Shave this. I'm going to be bald, all except for this. Just I need to, man. I'm sick of this. Every time I shaved this down, it was like down to here, maybe. I got sick of it. Every time you eat, something gets in it. All that wonderful stuff. Even though I want to join the Silver Foxes, you have to be over 55 for them. Once I get in there, then I can keep it up. But what's up with these new age fathers, y'all having kids in their 50s and all that stuff? Who's the actor? Good Lord. He was in Heat with Robert De Niro. He was in The Godfather. Al Pacino, what the hell? Didn't he just have a baby and he's 80 plus years old? Huh? I mean, that's really not fair to that child. That child probably never, probably will only see you in his childhood. You never know. Why you want to have a child at 85? You should be enjoying your great grandkids or your grandchildren at this stage in life, you know? Not producing more life yourself, enjoying the life that's around you. Yeah. Join your own damn life. And you know, and what woman out there allowed him to, now, where'd he find the strength to get somebody pregnant? And then Sly Stallone recently have a baby too. He about 70 plus. That's 150 damn years or something of life. What y'all produce more life for? But then again, who am I to tell them no? That's God's will, not Troy's will. Isn't it? It is. I'm gonna kill you when I get off this live, you damn fly. I need to get one of those lights. That's what I need. But yeah, it's Friday, man. I was full of energy when I first started. Then I realized y'all couldn't hear me, right? And that really messed me up, man. Then I had to start all over. Then I realized I had all these windows open on here. Every time I closed one, another one popped up, closed one. That's why it was so choppy before. That's why. But yeah. But this was gonna be a short live because I did a few minutes on the other one, even though it was a few minutes of nonsense, right? I'm still factoring that time in. So let me make this simple for you. Simplistically profound. When your kids try to, because children, they're so smart that at a very young age, 5, 4, 6, they'll try and play the parents against each other. My daughter did that. So I told her mother told her she couldn't have something. I think it was some cookies. She said she couldn't have it. So she waited. Then she came and sat next to me on the couch well, and hugged me up and everything. And she's like, you know, I really want to get some of them cookies, and we get some milk. This is a 5-year-old child. So I was like, that's cool. We'll do it after the movie. Movie almost done. You want me to pause the movie, or we can do it right now. It's cool with me. We can do it right now. We can do it right now. Okay. And her mother came out the room, said, "Get over here. You better not do it." I'm like, she talking to you, right? She ain't talking to me. Go see what your mother want. She not talking. No, I'll stay here with you and watch the movie. No, you're not. Go see what your mom want. 5-year-old, little slickster. She said, "Oh, girl, they're not telling you can't have no cookies." I said, "Oh, no, you trying to get me in trouble. Don't you know no good? Don't you know no good?" But that's from Martin. So I was like, "Did you try to get me in trouble? Man, go get the slipper." And she, no, that was the one and only time her mother ever beat her because she yelled at her grandmother. That's her mother's mother. And her mother beat her with a house slipper. And I couldn't help but laugh. That slipper was so weak. I mean, it really wasn't hurting her. But she told her, look, she, and she sat down with her. She said, don't do that. You can't play us against each other, little girl. You know? There'll be no happiness for you or for us if you do that. Cause he, cause we gonna end up divorcing, and you ain't gonna have, and you gonna be, and what you gonna do then, huh? You want him to leave? No, no. See that they try to play us against each other. Crazy, crazy. I didn't know she was that sharp at 5. But don't worry, girls get it faster than boys. They get it real faster than boys. And then if there's a younger sibling, let's say one of them is 5 and one is 3, and the younger one feels he's not getting no attention, they start crying. Or they'll come sit right in the middle of you. No manners. They'll do it. The solution to that is tell them, no, you don't do that. Mm-mm. Don't you do that, Bama. So I think about all the problems, and I say this to my sons because only one of them have a child, right? Their sister has 2 children. I remind them of things that I remember dealing with them. I say to them, "Do you want to do this? Are you ready to go through that? Are you? Hmm? Are you ready to go through? Are you ready?" And you're like, "No, we don't want to do that." Well, strap up, baby. One for your life, and 2 so you don't create one when you're not ready. That's how you bring, that's actually your solution to early fatherhood, which you seem like you don't want. Are you ready? So yeah, there's always a solution to a problem. You might not be the one that should be figuring it out all the time, but whether you like I was married and I was single father, right? So I had to come up with stuff on the fly a lot. And there's good, bad, better, and best. I don't think I did the best. I did good a lot. I did bad a lot. But I don't think best. What's the best? I don't think I did best. Not to me. I could be wrong, but I think I didn't do best. But look, yeah, 2 more minutes would be cool. Because I wanted to go to a number I wanted to go to. So 2 more minutes. Are you ready? That's a Kumo D, Chuck D, and Karen's one song. Kumo D comes in there. Are you ready to elevate? Rise and Shine is the name of the song. Rise and Shine. But you know what? No, I said I was going to stick it through until that time, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And my son, yeah, I'm gonna call him tomorrow and get him on here and see what he's talking about. Well, get him back on here and see what he's talking about. Yeah, I'm being quiet for the next couple of seconds at least. Mm. And please, whatever you do, if people still go to parks and all of that, stick and stay close to them. Don't put no distance between you and your kids. Same thing in the mall, at the movies. If you gotta go to the bathroom, they going with you. I don't care how old they are. I've seen people leave them in their seats. I've seen people having conversations while their kid is going around the playground, and people get taken like that. And I'm like, nope. Stay close to them, man. Don't let nobody get one up on them. But look, it's Friday. I had a little technical difficulties, and I thank you. I'll be back. But for now, just Seco. Same Daddy's Lounge experience time. Same Daddy's Lounge experience channel. Same Daddy's Lounge experience days. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna come with something. Low ebb, medium ebb, high ebb, but I'm gonna give it to you the best I can. And then I'm gonna start building panels, man. I keep saying that I haven't done it yet. I guess I like the sound of my voice. All right, y'all. Bless up. Heart is down and live. Bam.